Good morning, my friends. Hello, I'm Nichole Lee, your Starseed intuitive, here with whatever messages need to come through today. As always, my videos are timeless, and I have set the intention that they go wherever they are meant to be. So if you're seeing this, there may be something here for you today. So this morning, I had an opportunity to shift and change the way I deal with some challenging emotions, specifically disappointment. I had a thing that I was sure was going to happen, and I found out today that it's not. And I was feeling pretty disappointed about it this morning. And it's turned out, as I've kind of sat with it and worked through it and spoken to our friends about it. It's actually kind of a blessing that it's come up for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, the thing that I was hoping would happen, I would still very much like to happen. It's not going to, but it's okay, because I've received the gift of a deeper understanding and I've deepened my ability to work with and transmute and release challenging energies. So, and it's also, the blessing was twofold, because as I was dealing with this feeling of disappointment and working through it this morning, my daughter was also dealing with some feelings of disappointment. So it became kind of a teachable moment where I was able to speak with her about how I deal with disappointment and how to not let it into your heart, right? And how to let it roll off your back like water on a duck, right? So that you can still be present and enjoy the moment now. But the beautiful thing was, as I was teaching her this, not only was I planting some really important seeds for her, right? But teaching her helped to remind me in these moments of how to maintain my vibration, how to detach a little bit more from how I think it should look, right? So it was really a beautiful moment for me. And, you know, the feeling of disappointment, that's a hard one. That's a hard feeling for sure. But I've kind of adopted and they reminded me this morning of kind of the saying, if not this, something better. Right? If this one thing didn't work out, there's something better coming for me. So, remaining optimistic, keeping my heart full, knowing that everything is working out for me. And there was a piece there about sharing your experiences and teaching the people that you love, the people close to you, because there's benefit in that. Not only does it benefit them, but it benefits you as well on a different level. So there's something there about, as you continue to grow and heal and evolve, about showing and teaching those around you, because it will benefit them as well. So, holy bananas. So we have 4 tarot cards today. All 4 of them are major arcanas. This is really big energy. Yesterday, 3 out of 4 were major arcanas. So, here's that beautiful strength card once again. We've got strength, number 8. There's that infinity symbol, right? We've got the Hierophant, which to me is very much about deep spiritual wisdom. We've got the Tower, right? Upheaval, change. And then we've got the World, which is successful completion. So, there are very big energies at play today. Not just today, but in these times. There are very big energies at play. And the message that I'm really, as I look at all four of these cards together, what I'm really feeling is you have everything you need within you to navigate any shifts and changes, any challenges that come up for you successfully, right? I mean, I actually felt pretty proud of myself this morning when I was working with these feelings of disappointment and moving through them, right? I felt really proud of myself because that's not how I would have handled anything in the past, even the recent past. So it's just further proof, right? Every time you come across any obstacles or speed bumps or challenges and you navigate through them in a new way, right? Because we're growing and our perspectives are changing as we shift. As we apply these things into our day-to-day lives and see how things change for us, that's massive. That's like a gift when you can look back and say, wow, I would not have handled it that way before. This is way better, right? This card, I swear it's the same like 5 cards over and over again in this deck. It's crazy. Many choices. You always have a choice. We always have a choice. It's like my choice this morning was, am I going to do things how I have always done things and continue to attract all the same things that I've always attracted? Or am I going to choose something different? Right? I am so much more aware of my inner strength and my wisdom now than I have ever been. And with that awareness comes the knowledge that I can do things differently. That even if I'm feeling confusion, even if I don't understand on my human-y level right now why things are happening the way that they're happening, that doesn't mean that all hope is lost. That doesn't mean that nothing good is going to happen for me, right? None of that is true. Those are old stories and maybe things that we would have told ourselves in the past. Because then we get thought vibrations, resonant choices, signature signals. So thought vibrations, yeah. As our perspectives shift, our vibrations are raising because we're doing the work, right? We're healing, we're doing all the things. And our vibration is getting higher. And we are making more choices, like my choice to handle that situation differently this morning, the way that I did. That was a much more vibrationally resonant choice with my path moving forward than my path behind me. And those kinds of decisions are what change your life. When you start experiencing your life and making different choices in different ways, right? And then beneath the surface, this is another one that keeps coming out. And hidden truth, something unknown. So 2 cards of uncertainty here. But all the tarot cards are very strong cards of like glow up, right? The World is the final card in the major arcana in the tarot. It's the end. After the World, we start back over at the Fool at number 0. So it's that infinity symbol, We are doing it. And sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making any progress, right? We don't see the physical changes in our worlds yet. But the message is to keep going, even if things aren't working out the way you wanted them to. Things aren't happening the way you've set them up to happen, right? Even if you're dealing with feelings like disappointment, which that's been a big one for me for a really long time. It's been something that I have faced over and over again, probably my whole life. And I can say with certainty, the way that I handled it this morning, by sitting with it and feeling it and having that conversation with myself and having that conversation with my friends, right? Looking at it from a different perspective. You know, I felt it for a minute, that disappointment. I even actually heard myself say, oh, there's that familiar sting of disappointment. And then as those words were leaving my mouth, I was like, oh, okay, that was the old vibration, those words, right? That was the old vibration. That was the old me. That's not who I am anymore. I can feel differently about this. I can come back to my faith and my trust that I know amazing things are coming in for me, right? So this is largely mental, right? This is a conversation with ourselves for the most part, but that doesn't make it any less valid. So I think they're having me share all of these stories with you as I'm going through these things, because I think it's like that teaching moment with my daughter this morning. We learn from other people's experiences, maybe not quite to the same degree as when we experience things for ourselves, but we learn from other people's experiences, and they want me to share how I am going through all of these things and choosing different thoughts about it, choosing a different path forward, right? Did I sit and dwell in that feeling of disappointment all day? No. I probably would have a year ago, 6 months ago, but not today. Today, I felt it, I acknowledged it, and I said, okay, that sucks. This didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out, but guess there's something better coming for me. Right back to my faith and trust, right? Because I feel it so strongly in my heart. So the first step is feeling it so strongly in your heart by continuing this work on yourself, by continuing to get to know yourself, your strength, your inner wisdom, right? By continuing to build this relationship with yourself and your higher self. It spills into everything. And life becomes so much more navigable. That's not a word, but life becomes so much, it's so much easier to handle life when you're coming from this space of complete trust and knowing in yourself and your vision and your feelings. I can say for certain, my future has this and this and this and this. I feel it. I feel it with every single ounce of my being. Every intelligent cell in my body feels it. Do I have zero evidence? Yeah, I have zero evidence right now. There is nothing in my physical reality to support the feelings that I feel of what's coming for me. So there's also something here today. I think they're having me talk about that because there's something important about really deepening that faith and that trust in yourself and your vision and your feelings. You have to get to the place where the foundation is unshakable, and then nothing can shake you. So, I feel like that might have been a little rambly. Hopefully you stuck with me. Hopefully it made some sense for you guys today. Thank you for being here with me. Sharing these messages with you is just the highlight of my day every day. And I love you all so much. If you'd like to book a personal session with me, you can do so at starseedintuitive.com or comment the word session and I will get you the information. I hope you have the best day ever. I know that you are working on your strength as well, because you wouldn't be watching this right now if you weren't. You would not have attracted this video to you now if you were not also coming to this place of stability with your faith and your heart. So congratulations. It's a beautiful place to operate from. Keep going. All is well. Got the world in your hands. Until next time, take care.